Am I the asshole for calling the cops on my friend's dad after he confessed to me that he robbed a bank? A real story from r/confessions. This happened about 10 years ago when I was in college. Our friend's dad, who we'll call Joe, was a well-known local businessman. It's the kind of guy that everyone knew and everyone liked. One day I was hanging out with my friend and his dad at their house, and they were talking about some financial problems that Joe was having. I was just listening to them talk, and I didn't really pay much attention because I thought it was just business stuff. Then out of nowhere, Joe turns to me and goes, "Hey, you ever need some money? Just rob a bank." I was shocked. I didn't know what to say. I just kind of laughed it off and said, "Yeah, okay, whatever." And then I went to my room to play video games. Well, a few days later, I heard on the news that a local bank had been robbed, and the police had no leads. At first I thought it was a coincidence, but then more red flags started to pop up. I noticed Joe started taking us out for dinner and only paid cash. He bought his wife's new jewelry, and he even put a down payment on a new boat. I couldn't get the image of Joe telling me to rob a bank out of my head. A few weeks later, and the story was still making headlines on the news. This time the police were offering $20,000 for anyone who could tip them off to who did it. Now, maybe it was because I was a broke student, but it made me want to find out once and for all if Joe had done it. I started asking my friend to come to his house more. I started asking more questions. I'd even started to sneak around the house. And that's when I found it hiding in a cutout in the wall in their pantry. A duffel bag with $550,000 in cash. Not long after, I decided to anonymously go to the police and tell them what I knew. To be honest, I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't believe me and that this would all just go away. But to my surprise, the police actually believed me, and they started an investigation. It turned out that Joe had confessed to robbing the bank to a bunch of people while he was drinking, including my friend and his wife. Everyone was shocked and pretty upset with Joe, but I was secretly happy that I could now pay off my student debt. So yeah, I called the cops on my friend's dad, and he went to jail for 5 years. I feel bad about it sometimes, but at the same time, he confessed to me first. He literally told me to rob a bank. So am I the asshole for telling the police what I knew?